All right, just want to go over the Bitcoin trade I did today, kind of a setup you guys can use. I also think we're finally in an interesting spot in Bitcoin for sure. Finally, finally. Solana, let's go over that. We were talking about that big level down here, so we finally got some action through there as well. I also want to go over the open interest that we saw. Look at this massive ramp up in open interest, guys. Let me change this here. It's blinding me. There we go. The massive ramp up in open interest. People were just slamming short into the US close. Let me change these as well. Sorry about this. There we go. Um, and I'll explain why that kind of normally reverses. All right, let's get into it real fast. So, where we are on Bitcoin, finally broke down. Um, kind of into this blue level I was watching. Again, that blue level is not a concrete level. More what I was watching around here was the lows, the range lows, whatever you want to call them. And something we did see when we were coming down here, look at the massive increase in open interest here, guys. So people are basically shorting this super aggressively. And, you could think, well, they're going to keep shorting and it's going to keep going down. Yes, but kind of like a thing I've noticed around the US close, the market will get more illiquid and then people can move the market. So you can kind of think about it like this. So if we have a bunch of people shorting and you are a bigger market participant, right? You have all these people. Look, you can already see it coming off here. So shorting. We get kind of a micro bounce, and then we get the US close. I think this is around 4, I think. Let me put on New York time. Yep. Yep. Right around the US close. So what happens is liquidity goes from the books and it makes it a lot easier for bigger players to move the market. So what'll happen is you have a bunch of people that are going to be trapped short down here. If you're a bigger player, what you can do is push up the market. When TradFi goes away, it gets a little bit more liquid. Boom. You stop out all these people that were vulnerable to getting trapped at the lows because I mean you're shorting, if you short it down here, it's really not a great idea. You're shorting right into range lows. Where's your risk? Like all the way back up here maybe. So it's just not a great idea. So you can trap them really easily. Um, so the trade that I made, again, this was definitely helped by the news. So sometimes luck plays into it. We got this fast nuke down here. I entered around here. Then that MSTR news came out that they were going to buy more. We got a kind of push up. Again, this is also going to kind of confluent with all that open interest going to come off. So people, they're going to be buying on the way up, excuse me, because they're trapped short. Um, and then I basically just got out here. We're on VWAP. I was basically scaling out and I got all the way out right here. Could I have waited and got more? For sure, but I felt like I got the meat of the trade. So that was the one trade I took today. Kind of something you guys can look out for. Again, when there's a lot of positioning on one side and we go into a liquid time in the market, you really want to pay attention to when, US closes, Europe close, US open, Asia open, Asia close. Those kind of time frames are very important. So, yeah, I mean, keep it as simple as that. People jam into the lows and then we liquidate them. Basically all that's going on. I do want to go over the setups I'm seeing now because this is important, very, very important, I think. Um, we'll see what happens. I'm more bullish than I was before because we trapped a bunch of people down there. The open interest ramp has been insane. It really has, and it hasn't all come off yet. Yeah, I'm just looking at this now. Like, let's say here is the ramp. Let's put on an anchored VWAP. Do they have one in here? I'll just do it on my chart. Basically to the top here, let's do an anchored VWAP. Yeah, we did flip it already. Okay. So we'll see what happens. But you can definitely see all of the shorts. It doesn't have to be shorts. You could assume it is. They haven't come off yet. So are we going to get the other push? Maybe, maybe not. The setup I am definitely watching for, though, here's that MSTR announcement, is going to be this composite flip here. So I went ahead and I made this basically TPO composite. And it's not precise, guys. Don't worry about the exact level. But what I am watching for is something like this. We get a push up, and then we come back and retest it. It's not going to be perfect, and then we keep going. And we have those trapped shorters that gives us more confluence. Right now, it is resistance, though. So, but do I want a short down here? I don't know. I don't know. Leave in the comments if you would. I'm kind of conflicted. You know, you're at the range low. You have people that are potentially trapped short. So your risk reward isn't great. I mean, maybe now it is if you took this trade here. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could sit in it and wait, hopefully it gets down to new lows, but I don't know. I think probably the meat of the move is maybe done. Maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see, but I think this kind of, push through here, kind of retest is going to be a great trade if it comes. If it comes, excuse me. Again, guys, I don't have a crystal ball. We could get up here, find no buyers, come right back down, and just keep trade lower. So we'll see what happens. Solana, we finally got the bounce, but it still doesn't look great. Um, that was kind of the zone I was looking for. This pocket here. See what happens. Time's gonna tell. If we get time acceptance, I like to call it down here. It's gonna look worse. But again, areas not lines, guys. I'm not, wow, it didn't bounce exactly from my box I had. Like, no, that's not how trading works. Um, let's see. I mean, you probably have some single prints like here. Probably why I marked this out. Let's make this white though. Um, let's see the setup. Ooh, okay, that's actually a pretty nice setup there. So, intraday setup for tomorrow, another long maybe. Maybe we get above here and then we can kind of fill out this low volume area, that gap fill setup that I love. You can see the volume on here and at least trade up into here. Okay. I'll be checking that out for tomorrow for sure. Right now it's probably going to act as resistance, but we'll see. We will see. I'm definitely going to be watching this. Where's Bitcoin? All right. Yeah, finally some movement, guys. So this is when you want to probably have the screens on, see how it's gonna conspire, either lower or higher, but at least we got some movement. Spot flows again. Guys, look at the Binance flows. Once we start getting near the lows, the bids got stacked. So it's another thing I'm looking at when I'm looking at this entry here. Um, it looks like CVD started to curl upwards. Look at Coinbase. You got that Coinbase nuke, but look at this. Price didn't make a lower low. So it looks like Binance was buying. Again, you can't always tell because limit orders are not on the cumulative volume delta. It doesn't show up, but yeah, whatever. You know, you can only infer so much. It's gambling at the end of the day. So just looking at everything. Yeah, we can see the open interest is Binance coming off. What else did I want to cover? Solana, XRP. Let's go over XRP. All right, some trades I made today on XRP. I think we were going over this last time, this previous week VWAP trade. I actually got stopped out of this one. I should have had my stop wider because it came right back over to like an exit for me, like the standard deviation band. But what are you gonna do? I got stopped out on this one. A trade I did make though. When we came back up in here, I did take a little short and then just got out when we had this push lower. So nothing crazy, to be honest with you. Nothing crazy at all. Um, let's see where we're sitting right now. I think we're sitting right on the monthly VWAP. Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. Doesn't look bad. I think kind of these coins are all in the same predicament, kind of heavy downtrends that could get reversed depending on what Bitcoin does. So we'll see. Another thing to keep in mind, we'll see if we see the flight to quality or not. Yet to be seen. ETH, not doing much. SPX, I think I have a thing for that. Let's pull that up. Ooh, it is white. But these are the levels I have marked out for SPX. Nothing crazy. 6120, kind of an important, like just pivot SR level. 6150, if we get above there, I would expect us to at least get to 6200. That's the only reason I got those marked out. All right. Anything else I want to go over? I don't think so. Check Twitter if you haven't. The meme coin news has kind of been hilarious with Malay and that crazy guy they found out. But other than that, I think that was everything. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. Just to recap, I'm going over, or I'm really looking for this Bitcoin setup here. And the Solana setup I went over. Again, risk reward not great to short right here. You could be short right now in Solana if you wanted to be, just based on this like previous day level that you have. But I think you're better served to the long side. I really do. All right, that's my plan. If you guys have any questions, again, leave them in the comments. All right, thanks, guys.